Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. With that, we head up to MetLife Stadium as we'll hand it over to the two men that'll call the action, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And Charles, we've got two teams who know each other extremely well. These division games, they tend to be battles.
People scout like crazy in this league, but no one scouts more than within the division. Because if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs. That puts extra emphasis on these games, and they can't wait to get at each other.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Patriots now on offense. They're led out by a guy who's done just about everything you could ever imagine to do in this league, the great Tom Brady.
It's been a lot of fun watching him develop in his career. But that will to win, he's had that probably since birth, and it transmits itself throughout his entire ball club. Watching him play, it can be an absolute joy unless you're on the other team.
Wait, set, wait, 20! Mike 5-4. Drop deep, drop deep.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Now a play fake. Brady. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 39-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. This is one thing you can't do with Tom Brady. Let him get in a rhythm, let him get rolling early.
Every time you talk about Tom Brady or any other great quarterback, you always talk to the defensive guys and they say, you got to get him off his spot. What they mean by that is when you go back 3-step, 5-step, 7-step drop, and they just hit the same spot and then they're set up to throw the ball, get him to move.
And he lost the football, and the Jets have recovered.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The New York set to take the field. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 15. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Rolling to his left. He'll run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Darnold from the gun. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's bring it.
On the counter, here's Bell. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. That was shades of Tennessee volunteer football back in the 80s with Charles Davis coming up from the secondary to make the tackle for a loss.
You mean my teammates doing that, right? Because they would tell you, my coach would say, where's that tape? I want to see that. But how about the complete package there? Not just playing the pass, but being a willing tackler and making a really nice play.
58, come on. Bring it. Bring it.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Darnold looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep for the Patriots, Gunnar Olszewski. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now Michelle. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On second down, Michel. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And now we take a peek at the Patriot offense.
I love the versatility of Marcus Cannon. He can play guard, he can play tackle. I think his footwork has really improved during his time in the NFL. He has one of the better backstories that you're going to get. This is a guy who was diagnosed with cancer, has beaten that, and now is one of the better players in the NFL.
Wait, 53! Check, block 54, block 54. Wrap. Mike 55!
On play action, now Brady. And he'll have his man, that's Edelman. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Brady to his old reliable Edelman, and the Patriots have a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Undercut.
From the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete here. And the defense for New York.
C.J. Mosley is your prototypical Alabama linebacker. They'll come downhill and smack you, but they understand the game so well.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. The dump-off gets him only 1, and now you're looking at a 3rd down. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brady. And that's complete. It's Watson. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he's gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To throw is Brady. Complete to Dorsett. And to the 36-yard line. Taken down there after getting 8 yards. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Brady with a hook up to the fellow veteran Watson, and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Wait, set. Down 80. I'm here on the ground.
Following the penalty, Michel. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And New York set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now. 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 23. This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 27 yards there, a first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Brady now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Brady, a quick throw out to Edelman. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Brady throwing complete to Dorsett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. Brady now going to leave it with Michel on the draw. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I believe I understand where the offense was going there. They just hit a big pass play, thought they could fool him with a run, but maybe they overthought it a little bit. Just hit a nice pass, come back with another one, keep the momentum going.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Brady. And this one brought in by Sanu. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Wait it! Like my boy. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
From the gun, Brady, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. James White, the man he was looking for out of the backfield. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Throwing now is Brady. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So now on 4th down, on comes Steven Gostkowski to try and get the patch 3. And the 13-year man puts it through And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A very good gain on 1st down, 9 yards on the dump-off. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection, maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Now that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Here we go, Sack. 58, come on. Coming to you. He's coming. Double up.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Bell. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8. That's the end of the first quarter.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete.
And And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They begin with Michel on the ground. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now Brady. That's out to his running back, Michel. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Brady now on first down. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Brady caught by the tight end Watson. And it's a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Push him back.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Going quickly here to Thomas. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Darnold. And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. Jamie Collins with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They've been able to move the ball well in the air, and certainly a big reason why those receiving corps have been excellent.
There's no doubt about it, partner. And let's face it, when they get away from defenders, those guys are quick. And when they go over the top of people and use their bodies, they're just thick. But let's face it, what we're seeing right now are catches that are simply sick.
Well, you brought your A game. You're fired up over those catches, aren't you?
Can't help it. Even as a former defensive back, I've got to tip my cap to these guys. They are balling.
I appreciate that. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
Brady now to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Lacoste. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
New New England on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, ball 66.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's got Sanu. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Wait, set. 53.
Check pass. Check pass.
Wait, 28.
On first down, Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Brady to throw. And Watson has it right side. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
New England on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Brady going to throw. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside what one of my college coaches used to call the briar patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people after the catch.
Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Brady. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, here's White. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here we go. Here we hit.
From the 31, Brady. Open man is Myers. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
Wait, that. Wait, 20.
He can't, man. He's not going to get me.
Jackson, reload.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Michelle going to try again. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
To throw is Brady. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. James White there to make the grab. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
You got nothing.
And he's got a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Darnold from the gun. He's got Herndon, his tight end. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Now Darnold. Caught here by Griffin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 12-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Throwing again is Darnold. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 5-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Come on, QB, come on.
Darnold to throw again. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 5-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Here's Sam Ficken now for the Jet field goal. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. Brady now on first down. Oh, what a catch by Edelman. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Mike, 29, Alpha.
Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
Alpha.
From midfield, here's Brady. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's scooped up by the Jets. 20, 10, and he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Extra point forthcoming. And that makes it 14-10. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Here's Brady, incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
set. Wait 20. 57. Come on. Let's go. Check 15. Check 15.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line. And now will they use a timeout? Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A big rush, and it's blocked. Jets come after him, and they get him.
A terrific punt block, and that has to set them up in a position to try and get more points, don't you think, this time frame?
Absolutely, and what a momentum booster that could be into the lockers.
Oh, without a doubt. They score here, they sprint into the locker room, feeling really, really good about themselves.
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So a great special teams play. They blocked the punt, and excellent field position, first and goal. To throw is Darnold. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Oh, Thomas unable to reel that one in, but now it's third and goal.
It's now third down and 14.
Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's third and goal. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Thomas, the intended target. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play action. It's Darnold. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Darnold complete to Crowder. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Put that team on a puck.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Lawrence Guy. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Bell. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now it's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Here's Darnold. Nunez got it complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, Darnold to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd and short.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. To the air again, Darnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn, you don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
So on 4th down, the Jets turn to kicker Sam Ficken. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Ficken's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side. I
would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. We've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit. Make it more of a space game and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field. Take away the physical element, gives you a chance.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Brady. It's complete. James White. Now White lost the football, and the Jets have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points.
But
and we know
wasn't?
that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
50. 58, the money. You go night-night. Go night-night. It's hot. 58 is the money. It's hot.
Again, it's Bell. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots' 23.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Hey, Mike, 51. I'm coming. Tie that left. Hey. You got 3. Three down.
Thomas has got it, complete. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Right there outside. Right there. 54 Mike. Exit.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
2nd down and 10, Darnold. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown from 19 yards away. And the Jets will extend their lead. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Here's Sam Ficken now for the Jet field goal. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Brady and the Patriots now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. They're exactly right.
On 2nd down now. It's White. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Patriots send out their punter. On for his 2nd punt, and remember, his first one was blocked. This is taken at the 15. Oh, he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give him much better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a draw play. This is Bell. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check.
Darnold from the gun. His throw incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Slam.
Darnold. He wants it all for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's 1st down from the 42. Brady gives to Michelle. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And it's Michelle once again. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Wait, set. Round 80. Round 80. All right, T, let's turn. All right, T. Regular.
Brady now on 1st down. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Brady, a quick throw out to Edelman. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady deferring to White on the draw. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. When he hit, Sugar.
Shotgun now for Brady. And he's got Sanu. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Brady, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Brady. This is White on the screen. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down.
A gain of 15.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On the ground is Michel. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Play set, 53! Check, watch 54, watch 54. Strip the ball. Strip green 80, hey! Hey, ball 66.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady.
Come on.
Caught by the tight end Watson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Wait set, wait 80! Mike 5-4. Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot. Wait to the end!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Darnold. That'll be taken in by Anderson. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He's going to air one out. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. The shotgun snap for Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
A first down throw, Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Bell pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. It's caught by Herndon. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 31-yard line. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Here's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They'll go again with Bell. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 4th down, Sam Darnold trots off, and on comes another Sam. Jets kicker Sam Ficken. This to make it a 3-score game late. Ficken's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Brady. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Brady. Here's Sanu on the catch. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I'm going back to you.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England 1st down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Brady again. That's caught by the tight end, Lacoste. And the ball is knocked out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. The 40, past the 20, 10, and it's a touchdown for the Jets. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
A try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 24. From the gun, Brady. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Throwing on first down is Brady. And this one brought in by Sanu. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun. Brady throwing the out route incomplete. It's Watson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary.
And he loses the football a second time, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And New York set to take the field. Now that turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end.
Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
On the catch, it's Crowder. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Julian Edelman gets ready to take the field again here on offense. And the stats on his game, they really tell the story. A strong start. I don't know that the defense has really changed a whole lot as opposed to maybe just sticking to that game plan and shutting him down now.
I like where you're going with that because normally we talk about adjustments and drastic changes in a game plan in order to shut someone down. But in this case, maybe they're just sticking with what they worked on all week and they're just making better plays. And so far, they've got to like what they've been doing in the second half.
Brady going to throw. He's got Lacoste as tight end. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple.
I got you. I got you.
Now Brady. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun now for Brady. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First down, Patriots.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Again, it's Brady. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady now to throw, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first, and it's 3rd down now. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
To throw, it's Brady. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
And New York set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lawrence Guy able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Caught here by Griffin. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. And we'll see what he can do on the return. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Brady now on 1st down. Complete to Dorsett. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Brady to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Brady. This is White on the screen. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Wait, that round 80, round 80. All day, punt. Hey, 66.
Brady now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
To throw again. Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find a completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Throwing now is Brady. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 22. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Caught by Sanu. And he coughed it up. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was it 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration, you'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. It's our field.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll keep it on the ground. Bell. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the 1st half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Check.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield. And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
58 for Mike. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.